Na nataka niwaeleze kinaga ubaga. Nimeongea na principles katika nchi ya Kenya. Na nimekuwa na hii mjadala kwa muda since December. Serikali wakajigamba December wakasema capitation Kenya ni 22,000. Capitation huwa inatumwa kama ikianza. Ile wametuma katika mashule zetu mpaka ya kumalizia second term. It is only 11,000 Kenya shillings. I want those people in government to come in the open. Waacha kujificha. Waambie wa Kenya wameshindwa na masomo bila malipo ya President Mwai Kibaki. Na kama wameshindwa na hiyo masomo ya kusomesha watu wa Kenya, wasigojee hata elections ya next year. Wasichezee elimu ya Wakenya. Kama kazi imewashinda, sio lazima hata unagoja mpaka election. Unafanya kazi yenye inatakikana mara hiyo hiyo ama unakwenda. Kwa sababu tukicheza na elimu, hata tujenge barabara, hata tuweke kabro, na wanafunzi hawako shuleni ama wanasoma na hofu, ama quality ya elimu imeenda chini kwa sababu ya pesa kukosa kutumwa, tutakuwa tunaharibu future ya Kenya. Hii mambo ya capitation, and I'll keep repeating it. This government has made a deliberate effort and action of reducing capitation from 22,000 to below 15,000. Na mimi nawaeleza, ukiwa serikalini, kazi sio kuja kuexplain. Usijibu dede nyoro, ni jibu kwa kutuma pesa katika mashule zetu kesho. When you are in government, you no longer have the luxury of promising. You have the luxury of doing what you promised. Na kama mumeshindwa na masomo bila malipo, mwambie wazazi wa Kenya imewashida. Because we come, watu wa serikali wanachukua microphone, wanasema capitation ni 22,000. Alafu ile mnatuma shule paia ni below 15,000. That is why it is very difficult for Kenya to keep on believing in these stories. Kwa sababu mambo ya pesa ni kitu ya kuhesabu. 22,000 hata ukipaka mafuta ni 22,000. 15,000 is 15,000 hata ukipaka mafuta ya yellow ama mafuta ya red itabaki hivyo. So mimi nawaeleza wasinijibu vile wanafanyaga, wanachukua microphone kunijibu. Jibu mwafaka, tumieni pesa katika mashule kesho.
We want to ask you, Mwai Kibaki was able to introduce free education and maintained and sustained. Uhuru Kenyatta's government did the same. But your administration comes to tell us recklessly that there is no money to continue with this free education. We want to tell you, good people.
ETV Africa News at this hour.
Members of the 4 states and fellow Kenyans, my name is Anthony Karumba. And I want to say concerning today, the president and the government of the day has proved to us beyond doubt that now we made the worst mistake during the elections of 2022. If you touch education, it means this is a government of ignorance. It means this is not the government of the people. I don't know who you are serving. Education is not a privilege to the Kenyan child, but education is a right to the Kenyan child. Mr. President and your administration, I think now beyond any other time, we can confidently say that your administration does not know why they are in those offices, they do not know their roles, and they have failed terribly. And I want to tell you, good people, a wise government do not invest in mines. A wise government do not invest in these affordable houses you're telling us about. A wise government must invest in the minds of its young people. We want to tell you, it is now beyond doubt what we actually said before, that this administration wants to completely kill and sabotage the future of Kenya. Today, the Minister for Education, this one body comes to tell Kenyans that there is no more free education. We want to ask you, Mwai Kibaki was able to introduce free education and maintained and sustained. Uhuru Kenyatta's government did the same. But your administration comes to tell us recklessly that there is no money to continue with this free education. We want to tell you, good people, we heard you during our protest last year. Come out clearly, calling us terrorists, calling young people criminals, calling us that this is a generation of confusion. I think now you want to prove to us that you have no plan for the young people. The other time you told us that this is not the first administration under which we have the crisis of unemployment. Now again you are here telling us that there is no money for education. Good people, you mean these criminals, these terrorists, these sons and daughters of mama bogas, of Buddha Buddha riders, these sons of sufferers and hustlers who took you to power, you completely want to finish them. Hey, wait a minute. Now you are coming too much. The government of the day, Mr. President, it is now about time as a nation we say Kenya should go now to renovation. Because we have no nation, we have no country. You know clearly that the power of education is what has made this great revolution of Gen Zs the most powerful revolution ever we have ever seen in the history. And I think this is the sabotage. They feel that now the only way to deal with these people is to make sure that you don't give free education so that you cannot be challenged by wise and brilliant minds. I want to tell you, and I want to call all citizens of this Republic of Kenya, good people, there comes a time when we say, jokes aside, and this our nation, we have to put things in order now. Good people, this is not about politics. This is not about this community versus this community. This is about our future. This is about our own future as a nation. Parents, look, every day you do your best so that these children, you can take them to school so that they can change the landscape of your life and their own lives. But look, the people you send to the offices, they are now after your own investments. Every parent, some of them have actually sold everything so that they can take their children to school. But this administration is against the poor people. You came to power through these poor people. You came to power through manipulation of these poor people, calling them hustlers, calling them every word, good words to suit them to vote for you. Didn't you know that time that the task you are taking is such huge and serious that now you come to tell us, oh, you have failed and you don't have the competence to continue serving the people of Kenya. In fact, we want to say from here, if you people don't revoke this, let you stop every other project, but allocate money for education. It is not a request. This is a demand from us. We want to tell you, you must protect, you must respect our rights as Kenyans. One of the rights of the Kenyan children is education. And if you are not going to do this now more than ever before, we will call all the university comrades, all the school pupils, every young person, both even the parents and the well-wishers, everybody, so that we come out and tell these people, enough is enough. If this Kenya Kwanza administration is not able to lead, to deliver, let them go home. Mr. President, we were talking about one term. Now, the conversation must change to up to this point where we are. Let it be half term if that is what it will take. But we cannot allow the effort of the poor people to be sabotaged by the people we have sent to the offices so that you can deliver, so you can work for us. Good people, who told you that we need houses? It's about time we do the triage. We do the prioritization. Education, if you don't give allocation, if you don't allocate money for education, we don't need your houses. If you are not going to allocate money for education, the projects, let us do without these projects that you're telling us, the stalled road projects. You have every time been talking about the projects of the roads and all these stalled projects that you have as a government. I want to say, more than ever before, this is a government of incompetent people. Incompetent people. Is this what it means by this broad-based government or whatever it is called? I want to say this. The same party and the same this opposition when it was opposition, they saw this and they said it. Only to realize that now, buddy, you who told us about this education and this administration, how it has plans to kill the people of Kenya and to kill the education system, you are the person to implement this. This is very much disdainful to the Kenyan people. And we want to tell even your broad-based brothers, your time has come to an end. All of you, pack your things and go. Now, young people, you can see what we've been talking about. As we said, Gen Zs, we are the Moses of Kenya. God sent us so that we can liberate ourselves from these oppressors. The oppressors now, the plan they have is to continue oppressing the poor and the oppressed so that they keep on with ruling. I mean, they keep on sabotaging and oppressing this country. Good people, don't remain silent. They have come too much. When you touch education, it means you don't want the poor people to change their lives. And if that is the case, then we, the poor people, if we merge with the numbers, we will send these people home. Thank you very much. Welcome.
President William Ruto has announced that all students who qualify for admission to universities and colleges will henceforth receive full government funding for their higher education, marking a major shift in Kenya's higher education financing policy.
Distinguished guests, friends.
Speaking on Tuesday at State House in Nairobi, Ruto said every student who passes national examinations and secures placement in a university or college will be fully supported by the government regardless of their financial background.
So going forward, any university, any student, so long as they have passed their exam and they have been placed in a college or a university, each one of them will get full funding for their higher education.
According to the head of state, the new funding model will take effect in September 2026 once Parliament passes the bill replacing the current system. The announcement, however, is a shift from the current funding model, which allocates financial support based on students' level of need under the variable scholarship and loan funding model.
Will pay for every child.
Under the new directive, the government will shoulder the cost of higher education for all students admitted to public institutions, with the parents only expected to contribute voluntarily if they wish to do so.
It will be the choice of parents if they want to pay. But if parents don't want to pay, we now have a model that will pay for every child.
The president urged MPs to fast-track amendments to the Higher Education Loans Board Act to enable the new funding model to take effect from the September 2026 intake. Ruto argued that quality education remains the foundation of social equality, saying Kenya must invest in ensuring every qualified student has an opportunity to pursue their preferred course.
We want to make sure that if a child qualifies to do engineering or medicine, funding does not deter them from achieving their goal. That the government of Kenya must be able to support every child. Countries that are ahead of us, that we were together, had high quality education. Education was a central pillar. My team tells me that Education makes us equal and has no equal. Do you remember that phrase somewhere?
He noted that under the current system, some students from disadvantaged families are forced to abandon competitive courses because they cannot afford the required household contribution.
That is where we are taking this. And I want to implore on Parliament to expedite the amendments to the Higher Education Laws Board so that beginning September, we can make sure that any child, because we have incidences, for example, where a child from an underprivileged family who qualifies to do medicine fails to do medicine because their parents cannot afford to pay the household contribution and have to change to go and do a different course. We want to stop that.
If the Parliament approves the amendments, the government will fully finance higher education for all eligible students admitted to universities and colleges. Ruto added that the government will carefully review the proposal, engage stakeholders, and conduct wider consultations before finalizing its implementation.
As government, we shall now study this proposal carefully. We shall engage with its recommendations, consult widely, reflect on the ideas this proposal advances, and once that process has been concluded, I will communicate the way forward as we shape Kenya's next long-term national vision.
Newton Wafula, Newsroom, Maisha TV.
Asanteni sana and